This isn't a YMCA. Stop swimming in your stock tank. You too. Hi guys, welcome back to Our Wyoming Life. My name is Mike, and today we are hanging out over here in the finishing school. This was completed this spring thanks to Beckart Fencing, and this is where we have already had one or two classes of steers actually move out head on to become meat over at the farm store. We call it freezer camp, and they do come back to the ranch. They just get to hang out in the freezer instead of the corral over here. These steers will be going in about a month. They'll be ready to head over to Sturgis for USDA inspection and eventual return to the farm store. But for now, they've got a reprieve. They get to hang out and do their thing. We're over here because, well, because my day turned to crap. I started out actually working on a video that was going to be for kind of a sponsor, but not really a sponsor. They basically sent us some product to try out, to build and see how it works on the ranch. We were going to go through the whole building of it, and I can't really talk too much about it, but we were going to go through the whole building of it. Long story short, I got some of the wrong parts. So I went through the entire process of filming that until we got to the wrong part, and of course then I was left with nothing to do. So now here I am over here with the steers, but it's okay because there is a project over here that needs done, and it needs done desperately. These guys really need it. Isn't that right? Yeah. So we all know how important water is to life. Without it, you die. Unless you're Jeff, and then I guess there's just water and Mountain Dew, so that counts.
The first ingredient is water, so I'm getting my water.
When we built the finishing corrals, we decided to go with an 8-foot round water. Now this water actually goes on both sides. So over there, that's the A team. Those are the ones that are going next. You can see them hanging out over there. The B team stays in this corral, which actually looks empty, but it's not because they're over here in the shed, because it is kind of sprinkling out here, and well, they're big babies. So let's see how they're doing. Hey guys, how's it going? So that's the B team. These guys are still about 3 months or so away from their eventual date with Destiny, but their water is just as important because both of these corrals share water. That water is split along the fence, which basically puts 4 foot of water on each side in each corral of the finishing school over here. The problem with this is, well, there's multiple problems with it. Number one, they love to stand in it. It's hot out here, I get it. Standing in the water, probably awesome. Problem is that when you're standing in the water, you also get mud and muck and dirt and straw and everything else into the water. The other issue that we have is right here, and that is that their feeder really isn't that far away from the water, which is right over this way. There we go. So if you're, let's say a 10-foot long cow, and you're standing here eating, even 8 feet, and you've got your head in this feeder right over here, where do you think your tail might be? Well, it's going to be right here, directly over the stock tank. And what comes out from right below that tail? Well, all kinds of fun stuff, and it's definitely not mud. And because of that, that's the problem. That is literally the problem. The problem is that there gets to be mud into the stock tank, which then leads us to having to come over here and clean out the stock tank and make it all nice and pretty once again, so they have nice clean water, because that is really, really important to cows, especially when you're finishing cows. Now, cows that are out in the pasture, yeah, they go out into ponds and they do whatever into those ponds, the same ponds that they're drinking out of. They're like a 2-year-old in a public pool. But they also have stock tanks that we make sure always have fresh water in them. We want to make sure that these guys have the best water that they can have, especially when we're trying to get them to grow. And that's why we make sure that that tank is as clean as it can possibly be. So right now, what I'm doing is actually pumping this tank out with the help of a sump pump, hopefully, which will work at least to a point until it gets down to the really thick mud. Once it gets down in there, obviously we're gonna have to do something different. But for right now, this hose that's running down this way, is actually pumping out the water that's in there. Once we get it down quite a ways, then it's time to move that tank out, and we're actually going to put a different tank in, a tank that's more suited to this location. You remember drinking from the hose as a kid? Yeah, I don't think I would suggest that, at least not from this hose. Yeah. So there's our tank that we're pumping out. Here's our new tank that we're putting in. And as you can see, it's a lot narrower of tank. This is only a 3-foot tank, so it's gonna put 1.5 foot out, hopefully, over each side of the, on each corral, on each side of each corral. It's also 2 feet high, so it should fit in there just fine, 8 feet long. So I don't know how many gallons it holds, but we'll actually put a float on it, and that way it'll always constantly stay full for us. We hope. And clean, which is even better. It's starting to rain a little bit out here, so I'm gonna let this thing pump down. In the meantime, I'm gonna jump in the gator. I'm sure I've got something else that I can go tackle while that's going down. And it's lunchtime. It's 11:56, and this is going to be a quick turnaround video, by the way. Being 11:56 now, probably won't finish this up for a couple more hours, and then I'll be able to go in and edit and hopefully get this out today. It is lunchtime, so I'm going to stop, grab a quick bite to eat. Jerky, obviously these aren't jerky cows that we're dealing with, that we're helping out today with their water, but they are meat cows. They're going to be going into the farm store, T-bones, sirloins, and ribeyes, and roasts, and all that kind of good stuff. But the jerky cows, also a huge, important part of the ranch. This is actually a barbecue flavor beef jerky. It's really good. You can find it on our website, ourwyominglife.com. So, a little tiny break for me. Some really good beef jerky. And if you want to check it out, you can do that for yourself. Also, if you are interested in buying beef and or pork directly from the ranch, well, I got you. That's good stuff. Nobody wants to talk with their mouth full. If you are interested in ordering beef or pork directly from the ranch, you can do that on our website as well. All you have to become is a Patreon supporter, which costs just $1 per month or $10 per year. And you can order beef and pork directly from our ranch to your door all over the US. So with that being said, I'm gonna let that thing pump down. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my lunch. I think Jeff needs a hand with a couple projects that he's working on while we're letting this go down. The cows will be very sad they won't have any water for a few minutes, but that's okay. And we're gonna get them set up with a nice new clean, hopefully clean, water source.
First day of spring, and I just wanna sing to everything that's moving, every single little thing. To them birds flying free, fish in the sea, flowers and trees, every little bumblebee. I wanna sing, ooh, to the kids playing hoops, going loop-de-loop, their rainbow-colored bouncy balls and their ice cream scoops. Got my shoes in my hand and my feet in the sand. I got 20 ducklings in a row like a little marching band, and they sing, ooh. To the couples in love and the seagulls above and any other living thing or creature I can think of, I wanna sing, ooh. wanna sing. Just wanna sing.
All right, I'm gonna call that about as good as I'm gonna get. This, by the way, is a mud shovel. Bunch of holes in it. We actually, last video, we talked about doing the chicken house with the sand, and I made the shovel that was with the hardware cloth over it for cleaning that thing out. We actually found this on eBay or online somewhere, and of course it has different uses because that's the way we want to do it on the ranch. We want to make sure that we have plenty of different uses for each item. So this is a mud shovel. You can use it to scoop mud or anything else that's wet, and you can also use it as a sifting shovel. So it's used in the chicken house, pretty much anywhere we need to move wet material. And we don't want to move a bunch of water because water is heavy too. So the way it works, not that anybody ever wants to see this in their entire life, you just grab yourself a scoop of whatever it is you're scooping, the water will run out the bottom. And the mud that's in the tank, you can take it out, put it somewhere else. Unfortunately, we got to get the whole tank out of here, and there's quite a bit of water left in here. I'm not quite sure where the drain is at. It might be about time to pull the drain on this and just let the rest of it kind of drain out. But to do that, I have to find the drain. Not sure where it's at right now. There it is. Found it. Alrighty guys, time to call in reinforcements. Ranch hand Jeff is here to lend us a ranch hand. We're going to try to move this thing out. There's still a lot of water and a lot of mud in it, but we're going to try to get it moved out of here and then flip it over and dump it out. That's the hope anyway. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Alright,
Yeah. Halfway up the tank over here.
well, the nice thing is once we get this other tank in, we'll be able to come in with the Bobcat and clean up a lot more around the tank itself. But, okay. There we go, that worked. Okay, ready again?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Was that you?
No.
Find another grip. There we go.
Okay. I don't know the way you're able to get it up that high.
Both of us on this end and we just go straight up. I think we might be able to get it. Come on. Ah, look at us go. Up and over. Oh, badness. So icky. It's like a crime scene. I got blood all over my hands.
Yeah.
Or mud. I got mud all over my hands.
All over your hand.
All right, so we got to bring that one in, squeezy it in there, and then fill it up with water. And I'm done. All right. All right, bring it. Got it. Here? Yep. We introduced the mud shovel today. This is the mud shovel.
Huh.
It's got holes in it, obviously.
It does
It's like
not.
somebody screwed up when they made this shovel. But yeah, water goes through, mud stays in, or you can use it for sifting or whatever you're gonna do. So we use it in the
That's
chicken
handy.
house. We can use it when we have to move mud, whatever we might need to do with it. So
Very handy.
I am really hoping this is gonna fit. Oh, like a glove. Perfect. All right, go back to whatever you were doing. I'm gonna put in some T-posts and start filling her up. Actually, you know what you could do is hit the water on your way out. Yeah, just turn it on. We'll start filling it up.
You got it.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so this tank obviously taking up a whole lot less room, allowing us to get in here with the skid steer and clean up a lot better, and keeping the kids from swimming in the old YMCA over here. Our next step is to actually secure it in place. If we left it here like this, they would push it around, they have it all over the place. So we're gonna actually fill it with water, which of course will hold it in place, but I'm also gonna sink some T-posts next to it that will hopefully keep it from moving also. And I'm gonna do it on both sides. All pounded in. There's the aftermath of that mess. That needs to be cleaned up. And of course that's going to be done, but more importantly, these guys now have clean drinking water that they can't get into, hopefully. They could still make a little mud in there if they really tried, but I think we've eliminated what was the problem, and that was that the tank was too big for this area and gave them too much room to make a mess. So we're gonna go over here and have a talk with the A-team. These are our boys. Hi guys. Does anybody want to say hi? No. We're all still pretty shy. But that's it for me today. It is 1:55 p.m. The project completed, cleanup still to be done, but I have to go put this all on the computer and get it edited and hopefully out to you within the next 2 hours. Hopefully. We'll see. Video released at 4 o'clock on, what days do we release videos? Mondays and Thursdays. At least that's the hope, when everything goes according to plan. Thanks for coming along with us. We really do appreciate it. Follow along as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. Head on over to the website, OurWyomingLife.com. Beef jerky now up for sale. Also, you can become a Patreon member and buy beef and pork directly from the ranch, from right over there. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time right here on Our Wyoming Life.